Okay, so you know how every year it seems like the holiday decorations and the ads and all that, it all just like pops up earlier and earlier.
Yeah,
Well, this year I feel like there's a real twist to it.
right.
There's a certain jolly old elf who's getting like a total 21st century makeover.
It's true. It's true. It is pretty fascinating to see how this hot Santa marketing trend is really taking off.
Yeah.
And Cynthia Lieberman's article, I think it's on LinkedIn, really highlights how Target's Chris K campaign is kind of what kicked things into high gear.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. So they cast this model, Brent Bailey, as a younger, kind of more, I don't know, stylish Santa.
Right.
And people are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Silver hair, fitted sweater. Even his pickup truck has a Sly license plate.
I know.
It's like, come on.
So good.
What's not to love?
I know. Target's strategy here is really quite brilliant.
Yeah,
Because they're blending, the nostalgia with this more contemporary kind of appeal,
totally.
which really seems to be working for younger generations.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they took everything we love about the holidays,
Yeah.
all the warm, fuzzy feelings, and they gave it like a little bit of a modern, almost cheeky twist.
Yeah.
But the question is, did it actually work? Like, did people just talk about it on social media, or did it actually translate to sales?
Right.
Did people actually go to Target?
Well, the results are pretty undeniable. I mean, Target saw an actual increase in foot traffic
Uh-huh.
and sales thanks to the campaign. So it really does prove that sometimes taking a risk and going with a more edgy concept can actually pay off.
Totally. And it's not just Target, right?
Yeah.
Like, other brands saw what was happening. They're all jumping on this hot holiday bandwagon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Netflix, they released a holiday rom-com called Hot Frosty.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not kidding.
Hot Frosty.
Frosty the Snowman has six-pack abs.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But also makes you wonder, like, where does it stop? Like, who's next? Like, the Easter Bunny.
Right.
Is he going to be, like, ripped?
Well, even Coca-Cola, they're known for those classic, heartwarming Christmas ads.
Yeah.
They even decided to experiment a little bit with AI to create a modern take on their iconic, holidays are coming campaign.
Whoa, hold on. An AI-generated Santa.
Hmm.
That raises so many questions. Like, can AI really capture the spirit of the holidays? Like, that feeling of warmth and magic, we all connect with.
Right, right. It's a valid question because AI, it does offer a lot of potential in terms of efficiency and creativity.
Yeah.
But some argue that it just lacks the human touch, which is so crucial, I think, for holiday storytelling.
For sure. Especially when you think about like those classic Coca-Cola ads.
Right.
The ones with the polar bears and the heartwarming family scenes, like there's something so genuine and authentic about them. They really pull at your heartstrings.
Totally.
It's hard to imagine an algorithm replicating that feeling.
It is. You've hit on a key point, authenticity. Because consumers, especially during the holidays, I think, are looking for something real,
Yeah.
something they can connect with on an emotional level.
So maybe it's not about like getting rid of AI completely,
Yeah.
but finding the right balance.
Right.
Like, could AI be used to help human storytellers?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like for generating ideas.
Yeah.
Or handling like the technical aspects,
Yeah.
but still keeping that human touch at the heart of the campaign.
Yeah, I think that's where the real potential lies.
Yeah.
Using AI as a tool to enhance human creativity rather than trying to just completely replace it.
Totally. Okay, so we have AI-generated Santas, Rip Snowmen.
Right.
What other brands are playing in this hot holiday space?
Well, Urban Outfitters, known for their trendy and edgy style,
Yeah.
launched this campaign called Happy Holidays featuring TikTok star Lubelin.
Okay, so instead of like transforming like classic characters, like they went for more of a contemporary vibe.
Yeah.
And they like tapped into the whole influencer marketing thing.
Exactly. It's another way to modernize the holidays, and connect with younger audiences who are just so plugged into social media.
Right. Right, that makes sense. So we have AI, influencer marketing.
Yeah.
What else are we seeing?
Well, Sprite decided to combine star power with this hot holiday trend.
Okay.
And they transformed NBA star Anthony Edwards into Santa Claus for their Merry Spritemas campaign.
Whoa, okay.
He even did a hip-hop version of Carol of the Bells for their ad.
Okay, an NBA star rapping Christmas carols. That is definitely a unique take on things.
It is, and it highlights how brands are trying to find these creative ways to merge pop culture and music with holiday themes to appeal to, again, a younger demographic.
It's really interesting. It seems like every brand is trying to figure out how to like modernize the holidays,
Right.
make them relevant to like Gen Z and millennials. But is it all about just being like edgy and trendy? Did any brands try a different approach?
Actually, Walmart took a slightly different route. Instead of creating, hot characters, they focused on nostalgia and pop culture references.
Okay.
They had one ad that featured a Gilmore Girls reunion,
Oh, wow.
and others referenced classic movies like The Simpsons and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay, so instead of going for the hot factor, they went for like the warm and fuzzy feelings of nostalgia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I think shows that there are multiple ways to interpret and capitalize on this trend. It doesn't always have to be about physical attractiveness or shock value.
Right.
Sometimes it's about tapping into those shared cultural memories and those heartwarming moments that really define the holidays for a lot of people.
Totally. That's a great point. So while some brands are creating like hot characters, others are using AI, and some are even leaning into nostalgia, there's one big question looming over all of this.
And that is
this going to last? Like, is it sustainable?
That's what we'll explore next, especially when we consider the increasing role of AI in marketing.
All right, let's dive into that after this.
It really is interesting to think about how sustainable all of this is.
Yeah.
Especially with the rise of AI in marketing. Like we were just talking about Coca-Cola's AI-generated Santa.
Right.
What if that just becomes the norm?
Yeah.
Are we going to see more brands relying on algorithms to come up with their holiday campaigns?
Totally. And if so, like, what does that mean for the future of holiday storytelling?
Right.
Will it even still feel authentic, emotionally resonant?
Right.
If it's all created by machines.
Yeah. That's a really valid concern.
Yeah.
Because while AI can definitely handle certain tasks like generating, visuals and writing copy, there's still that debate.
Right.
Can it actually grasp the nuances of human emotion and storytelling? I mean, the holidays are so deeply rooted in personal experiences and cultural traditions. It's really hard to imagine an algorithm fully understanding and capturing that.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if there's a risk of holiday marketing becoming too homogenized.
Right.
Losing its personal touch.
Totally.
If AI takes over.
Yeah.
Are we just going to end up with a bunch of campaigns that all look and sound the same?
Yeah.
Lacking that unique spark.
Right.
That makes certain holiday ads so memorable.
There's definitely that risk, but I also think it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Yeah.
And any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It really depends on how it's implemented.
Totally.
And who's guiding the process.
So maybe the key is not to fear AI.
Yeah.
But to find ways to use it responsibly.
Exactly.
Ethically in holiday marketing.
Right.
Could it be used to analyze consumer trends and preferences?
Right.
To help human marketers create campaigns that are more targeted.
Absolutely. I mean, AI could be a really powerful tool for understanding what resonates with different demographics, helping brands tailor their messages to specific audiences. It could also be used to personalize holiday marketing.
Okay.
Creating experiences that feel more relevant and engaging for, individual consumers.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right.
So instead of trying to replace human creativity, AI could be used to amplify it.
Right.
Provide insights and support that allow marketers to create even more impactful and memorable campaigns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about finding that synergy between human ingenuity and technological advancements.
Yeah.
I think the most successful holiday marketing campaigns of the future are going to be the ones that strike that balance.
Totally. This reminds me of something we touched on earlier, the whole blending of innovation and nostalgia.
Right.
It seems like a lot of these hot holiday campaigns are trying to walk this fine line between being modern and trendy, but also tapping into those classic traditions that people love.
You're right. That balance is crucial.
Yeah.
It's about appealing to, younger generations who are looking for something fresh and exciting, but also respecting the traditions that have sentimental value for a lot of people.
Totally. Target's Chris K campaign is a great example of this, right?
Absolutely.
They modernized Santa's image, but they didn't completely reinvent him. He still embodies those core values of joy, generosity, kindness.
Totally.
That we associate with Santa.
Exactly. They managed to update his look and his appeal.
Yeah.
But they stayed true to the essence of the character. It's a delicate balancing act, but when it's done well, it can really resonate with a wide audience.
But is there a risk of going too far? Could this focus on hotness and trendiness start to feel, I don't know, shallow or inauthentic?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's a danger of it just becoming a gimmick where brands are just trying to outdo each other with the most shocking or provocative imagery without any real substance behind it.
And that could backfire.
Right.
Like, consumers are savvy.
Exactly.
They can tell when a brand is being genuine.
Totally.
Versus when they're just trying to exploit a trend for profit.
Exactly. Especially during the holidays. I think people are looking for that authenticity.
Yeah.
And like emotional connection.
Right.
And if a campaign feels too calculated or manipulative, it's probably going to fall flat.
Totally. So what's the like key takeaway here for brands that are trying to navigate this whole complex landscape of holiday marketing?
I think the most important thing is to remember that like the holidays are ultimately about human connection.
Yeah.
Share experiences and those like heartwarming traditions that bring people together.
Totally.
You know, whether it's using AI or modernizing those classic characters or tapping into nostalgia.
Yeah.
The key is to create something that feels genuine, authentic, and true to like the spirit of the holidays.
So it's about understanding your audience, what they value, what resonates with them on a deeper level.
Exactly.
And maybe it's also about recognizing that hot doesn't always have to be about like physical attractiveness.
Right.
It could be about creating something that's like socially relevant, thought-provoking, or just genuinely heartwarming.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
It's about expanding our definition of what makes a holiday campaign like truly captivating and memorable. It's not just about grabbing attention. It's about like creating a connection.
Totally. So as we move forward, it's interesting to think about like how this whole hot holiday trend might evolve.
Right.
Will it fizzle out? Will it transform into something more meaningful and lasting?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's hard to say for sure, but I think the insights that we've kind of gleaned from this trend about like the power of nostalgia, the need for authenticity, the evolving desires of consumers, like all of that will continue to shape the landscape of holiday marketing for like years to come.
And perhaps this is a good moment to like shift our focus a little bit to you, the listener.
Yes.
How do you feel about this trend?
What resonates with you?
What makes a holiday campaign truly hot in your eyes?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
You know, it's funny. We've been talking about like what makes a holiday campaign hot for brands, but like what about for us as consumers?
Right.
What makes us stop scrolling, click that link, actually go to the store?
That's the real question, right? I mean, we're bombarded with marketing messages, especially during the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
It's really up to each of us to decide what like actually resonates with us.
Totally.
What feels genuine, what aligns with our values and like our own personal holiday spirit.
Right. It's so easy to get like swept up in the flashy visuals and the trends, you know. But I think it's important to like take a step back and ask yourself, does this campaign like make me feel good? Does it connect with like the deeper meaning of the holidays for me?
That's such a valuable point. I mean, it's about being a conscious consumer.
Yeah.
Thinking critically about the messages that we're being bombarded with.
Right.
Does it feel authentic?
Yeah.
Or does it feel like manipulative or out of touch?
Totally. And if we like reward the brands that are creating campaigns that are both like innovative and meaningful, then maybe we'll actually see more of that kind of marketing.
Absolutely. Your choices and preferences, they send a really powerful message to brands.
Yeah.
I mean, they're constantly watching to see what works, what doesn't.
Totally. And remember, hot doesn't have to mean just like visually appealing.
Right.
A campaign can be hot because it's, I don't know, funny.
Yeah.
Heartwarming, thought-provoking, or even like socially conscious.
Right. I think those are the campaigns that tend to like stick with us.
Yeah.
The ones that spark conversation and make us feel something real.
Totally. So as you're like navigating the sea of holiday ads this year, keep an eye out for those gems, the ones that make you smile, make you think, or just like, you know, feel a little bit of that holiday magic.
Absolutely. And if you find a campaign that truly resonates with you, like share it.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, post about it online.
Yeah.
Let the brands know that they like hit the mark.
Yeah. It's all about using our voices and our choices to shape the kind of marketing we want to see.
Right.
We have that power.
We really do. And that brings us to a final thought as we like wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
We've talked about hot Santa and AI, nostalgia, the importance of authenticity. But what if this whole trend of hotness like it evolves beyond just appearances?
Oh, I like where you're going with this.
What if like the hottest holiday campaigns of the future are the ones that are truly inclusive?
Yeah.
That like celebrate diversity in all its forms.
Yeah.
Challenge those outdated stereotypes and promote messages of kindness, empathy, and social responsibility.
That would be amazing. Campaigns that like warm our hearts and inspire us to make the world a better place.
Wouldn't that be something? So as you go forth and enjoy the holiday season, keep that thought in mind. What makes a holiday campaign truly hot for you? What kind of message do you want to see reflected back in the world?
And with that, we wrap up this deep dive into this fascinating world of holiday marketing. Thanks for joining us, and happy holidays.